Hi biology students. This is our video screencast for the next unit. This video will be used for notes to help you learn information for the next test.
As you watch this video, make sure you take notes in your notebook. Stop the video if you need time to write something important. You can rewind the video if you need to review.
Don't forget, you are learning new information, so you will want to take your time and be neat and organized. Your notes will help you study for tests.
Now watch as Hank Green gives you a little background on carbon and the characteristics that make it such an important element for living things.
A great professor of mine once told me that in order to really understand any topic, you have to understand a little bit of the level of complexity just below that topic. The level of complexity just below biology is chemistry. We're going to have to know a little bit of chemistry in order to get through biology. And so that, my friends, is where we're going to start. I am a collection of organic molecules called Hank Green. Organic compounds are a class of compounds that contain carbon. And carbon is this, in the periodic table, that's, disinterested in monogamy. Jezebel. Bit of a tramp. Hussy. When I say carbon is small, I mean that it's actually, as an atom, it's a relatively small atom. It has 6 protons and 6 neutrons for a total atomic weight of 12. Because of that, carbon doesn't take up a lot of space. And so carbon can form itself into weird rings and sheets and spirals and double and even triple bonds. It could do all sorts of things that could never be accomplished by more bulky atoms. It's basically, your atomic equivalent of an Olympic gymnast. It can only do all of those wonderful, beautiful, elegant things because it's kind of tiny. I also said that carbon is kind, and that's an interesting sort of thing to say about an atom. It's not like some other elements that are just desperately trying to do anything they can to fill up their electron orbitals. No, carbon knows what it's like to be alone, and so it's not all, please, I'll do anything for your electrons, needy, like fluorine or chlorine or sodium is. Elements like chlorine, if you breathe them in, they literally tear up your insides. And sodium is insane. If you put it in water, it explodes. Carbon, though, meh. It wants more electrons, but it's not gonna, kill to get them. It makes and breaks bonds like a 13-year-old mall rat.
What did Hank say? Can you sum it up for me?
He said that carbon joins together with other elements and shares electrons and covalent bonds. It likes to share its 4 electrons so that it has a complete orbital.
Why is that important in biomolecules?
Carbon atoms can join together with other carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen to form really large complex molecules. It can be shaped in chains, rings, or twisted knots.
Do you know the 4 kinds of macromolecules?
Watch the following slideshow and don't forget to add to your notes so you can remember what you learn later.
I noticed the pictures in the slideshow. Why are they important?
The pictures represent examples of each of the kinds of biomolecules. For example, some examples of carbohydrates include the different kinds of sugar, which are the simple carbs.
Are you telling me that there are more complex carbohydrates? Would some examples of those be starches like potatoes, rice, and grains?
Absolutely right. You are doing a great job. Do you know some examples of lipids?
Oh, I think so. There was a picture of olive oil and candles. So maybe waxes and fats. But what about natural steroids like cholesterol?
Exactly. Steroids are a special group of lipids. So now can you tell me some examples of proteins?
Oh, that is easy. Meat, eggs, and enzymes are all kinds of proteins. But I am really unclear about nucleic acids. That seems harder because there are no food examples.
That's right. And the name should help you. The N and A in DNA and RNA stand for nucleic acid. They make up the genetic material in the nucleus that controls the cell.
Oh, that's right. RNA carries the instructions made by the DNA in the nucleus to all the other parts of the cell.
It sounds like you have it down. Make sure you write the examples down too so that you can do a good job on the next project and answer all the questions for the first unit test.